Hi guys, welcome back to the IT Guys YouTube channel now. Okay, in previous 5 videos we discussed about what is the 5 phases of ethical hacking course. What is the 5 phases of ethical hacking? So that was only the basic theory, and what is the process we will proceed into our reach our final goal and hacking or gaining the access and everything. Okay, from this video we will go into step by step how to do that. So how we going to reach our goal? This basic goal of this course, this video series is about from become a professional ethical hacker. Okay, so I'm going to continue with I will make videos all those tools we will use for our next goal reaching to gain the perfect access to the target, and also we will do the how to clean the tracks and how to maintain the access. Okay, to become that professional level you must learn some tools, how to use those tools, and how to use those tools in a professional way to get the access to the target. Okay, so I'm putting all these videos, we will make the videos step by step videos. Okay, and also I will give you some assignments so you can try yourself, and if it's not possible we will discuss in that videos. So I want to go this course from zero. That means we will start from basic. The basic means you must know the operating system and you must know the basic commands how to use, and also then we will start how to use the tools in for ethical hacking like Metasploit, like Burpsuit, and like some other scripts. There is a information gathering scripts, and there is a lot of tools available on the block arc. Okay, if you see here in the block arc you will see that uh, exploitation, forensics, malware, networking. Okay, then we will, so this course will start with basic commands of Linux, but before starting that, if you know all basics, please skip this video, don't watch this video, and we will discuss what we have to do in next video. Okay, but if you are not familiar with Linux, or if you are not um, if you do not know anything about basics about Linux commands, please continue this video. And also I will give you one link, is the link about the at the end of the course I will give you the link, so you can try the link and go there and try yourself, and you will familiar with the commands and what commands we will use in our uh, normal professional ethical hacking. So you will become very professional with the basic commands in that games. Okay, so the first thing we will discuss all this. And another thing, I do not have any preferred operating systems. There is so many arguments are going around in the internet and forums and blogs. So which operating system you have to use for ethical hacking? So some people prefer Kali, some people use Parrot, some people use Blackhawk, some people use Backbox. I do not have any favorite in it. So the operating system not prove you are a good hacker. It will depend on you, how you are professional, how you are using those tools for yourself and perfectly. So it doesn't matter if it's some people has okay, Blackhawk has a lot of tools and Parrot has a lot of tools, Kali have only little tools. It doesn't matter how many tools you have. The thing is you have to know how to use those tools, otherwise it's no use for you. Okay, so you can practice any operating system, you can learn any operating system. The thing I suggest, you must familiar with the operating system, you must familiar with those with that operating system whichever you are going to use for your future. Okay, and some people I knew most of the people use, they install the Kali, Parrot, Blackhawk, Backbox, whatever is the operating system for ethical hacking, then they install it on virtually on Windows or whatever is operating systems. Okay, they use for only practice, and then they switch off the operating system and go back to the Windows and they do themselves. But don't do that. The thing is, you just practice only few commands and you go back to your Windows, and you are habituated with the Windows commands or Windows clicking. Okay, so don't do that. If you want to more familiar, more want, so try to do more things on this operating system instead of doing Windows. Okay, so try to open the browser, run the browser. You can do everything in this operating system. You can install Office, you can try your anything. If your any tool not available on this system, then go back to Windows. Otherwise, try to yourself, so you will become very familiar. You know very well with the Linux, so you become professional on those commands, how to use everything. Okay, that is why, that is my suggestion only. Okay, okay, we will jump on to basic commands at the moment. Okay, so the first thing, I'll go some basic commands. If you know those basic commands, please skip this. I will put all these timestamps what we have in this video. If you have basic commands, just skip to the next step, next timestamp. So in the next timestamp, we will discuss about some permission, file per changing permission and group permissions and owner of the files. And then after that, we will going to do some of the AWK. Okay, AWK, I know, I hope you have. So please go to the next section. Then we will write some small script, basic script about the IP ping. Okay, so please familiar, if you know the basic command, go to those steps and watch it. And if you know everything about the commands, please go to the link I will provide. It is about the overthewire.com. I hope if you know that, go to that, and I will explain end of this video how to, which step you have to go first, then which order you have to go through those games. So those games will help you to make it professional level. It will bring you from basic to the professional level. So that's why I'm suggesting. Okay, okay, we will go through our basic commands now. I will explain everything, basic commands, how to use it, and these commands will help you when you enter into the system. You have to do some basic commands like path changing, like changing the permission, file permission. So some people think that, oh, why I need these commands, so I have so many tools, Metasploit, everything. No, if you still you need, some people don't know how to change the path in the Linux system. So if they don't know, if the some systems, once you hack into the system, those system do not give you permission to run ls even. So in that case, what you have to do, so we will explain those basic commands, how to escalate those user privileges, how to run those ls command without run the ls. So that is why I'm suggesting you must familiar with basic commands first. Okay, we will jump onto these basic commands now. Okay guys, here I'm clearing the command, is clear command. This is just clear the screen. And the first thing, change the directory. Okay, change cd is will put you, if you put cd blank, it will give you to the wherever your home folder is located. It will home location, it will take you back, change directory. Okay, if you see that pwd, this is, some people use present working directory, and some people says that print working directory. So I hope it's a present working directory. So it's just, I seen in a old file, olden days, I seen that present working directory, and some people recently use print working directory. So wherever you want to go with that, so change, use that one. Okay, this will give you home wiki. So that is my current home folder where I am now. So cd pwd. Okay, then I will creating the one file now. So touch, touch, touch will create the file. So touch test. So here it will give you just test. I haven't given any extension to that file. So it's like test.txt or test.doc or test.pdf. I haven't give anything. So it is just a normal file, you can change however you want. Okay, so that's the one way. So when you see that, if I display that ls list all those lists in the current directory wherever I am doing, if you do that, it will list all of those directories files available in the folder. And also another way you can do that, ls dot this is will give also same wherever the you sitting, wherever your cursor or wherever you are location. So the dot will tell you that current location. So that is why ls dot, you can mention that. If you don't mention dot also, it will give you the location, but I will explain what is the importance of the dot in later stage. Okay, and this is it will list, but you will see that there is a all white colors are files, and the blue colors are directories. Okay, if you want to see the all the properties, is ls minus l. ls minus l will give you the all in a list table, like a table structure. Okay, in this one you can see that in the this left side for end is a d and hyphen. If it is a hyphen dash, it is a file. If it is a d, is a directory. And you can see the next ones are, there is another letters. These are about permissions, which is whichever who as per whatever the what permission the people have on those directories and files. Okay, so this is about reading and write, and x means executive. So this will tell you the directory structure, and these first three will tell you who owns the user permissions, read, write, executive. The user Ricky has all those permissions, read, write, executive. But the next one is a group. The group, what permission the group has is a read and executive. They do not have any permission other than Ricky. Group do not have write permission to that. And this one is a others, is a third party, whoever comes, not other than the Ricky group and Ricky. Okay, so these are just basic I am explaining here. These are first three is user, next one is group, and next one is others. So this is a, you must remember that these are permissions about the executive permissions and everything. Okay, and this is, if you want, you see that there is a only few files you can see that, but when you want to see any hiddens in it, ls minus l, a will tell you the all hiddens. Okay, so that you will display with the dots. If you put any dot in front of the file or directory, that will hidden. Okay, it won't visible in a normally in your folder structure or if I open this folder, yeah, if I open this folder, Ricky folder, you will see that you won't see the all those files here. Okay, so these are only the basic folder, but you won't see any hidden files here. So that is why if you see the hidden files, dot, if you want to see those hidden is a. If you see the ls minus la options, okay, these are the all the commands, you will see that. Okay, so I am telling this commands, but how is this command and terminal is built? Okay, the first ls is command. Command is works alone itself. Okay, so ls just gives execute itself, but after ls I am giving the option. So whatever the options I want to execute here. If I want to, l is list, it will generate all the files into list like a table, like that. This is option, it is doing something, whatever the option you want to do. Okay, ls minus l, then it will display the whatever the command. It will, if you give any extra information, it will later something, I will explain that. If you want to see echo like date, okay, date execute itself. Yeah, so it, you don't need to give any option. If you want to give some extra options also, date minus u, so I won't give, I want to do the help. Okay, so help will, sorry, I put extra ones. So it will give all the options. So when you see the command structure here, date and option, then whatever the format you want. Okay, so the first one is option, and the next one you're going to do something. So what do you want to do with that something? What do you want in a different format in that? So the options, it will separate the options also, minus g strings, and these are the something else you want to do that. Okay, so those are things you need to remember. The command all built with three things: command, option, something you want. I will explain when you go into next step by step. Okay, so I'm clearing the screen here, clear, and then we create the file, but I want to create text file, touch, and test.text. So this is the basic. I just previously I created test, so these two files are separate here. So test.text different, and test is different, and also capital test.text also different. So Linux is case sensitive. I hope you knew it, but I'm just telling if anybody is from basic. Okay, and thus creating the file. If you want to make a directory, so mkdir make directory test. Okay, I am doing test directory. Okay, so I can't create this already test. So the thing is, we didn't give any format to that one, so I'm giving uh, test directory. Okay, so mkdir I make the directory. Okay, so then I want to change it to the directory. If you see here, list it, there is a directory exists with a blue color. Okay, so if I want to change into the directory cd test. Okay, so if you see the ls, you see nothing, but if you see ls minus a, you see two dots. Okay, so the first dot will tell you location of the current directory. If I see that cd, I will show you present working directory. So you see that we are in home, Ricky, and test folder current location. If I do that cd and dot, so again I am in the same location. So cd dot means first single dot is current directory. But if you see the cd double dot, it will change back to one directory. If you see that, we are came back to Ricky's home folder. So wherever Ricky sits, okay. So that way cd double dot will bring back. So why I am telling this command in your next in your future, if you want to execute any malicious commands into the, sometimes so many companies have contact form, help form. So some forms are written in Java, some forms written in some SQL. There is a lot of process running on SQL. So if you want to bypass the, if you want to inject any SQL injection into those using those forms, so you must run these commands. How it will run? kdir, I'm creating another folder. Yeah, I'm creating another for we are going to cd test now. Yeah, so I'm making another folder. Okay, and we're going to one. Here if you see the present working directory, my working directory is Ricky test1. Okay, so I explained that we can do that dot, but you can do that also cd, if you sorry cd like what it will do. So see that where we gone now. So we gone into our first hash is our root directory. Okay, we will gone back to our root directory. You can do that cd straight away. Here also you will come to the root directory. Yeah, but the first is already took me the root directory, but double dots hash double dot. So after the root directory I do not have anything there, so that is why I am suggesting. So if you want to take back, you can go back that way also. You can go back cd double hash double dot hash. So there is nothing going. Again, if you want to go back again, cd home and Ricky and also test and test again and 1, sorry 1. Okay, now we are in present directory. Okay, I'm just clearing the screen now. So our present working directory is this. Okay, wherever here. Okay, now if I want to go back, yeah, dot dot, what it will do is a directory, so it's not moving. So you have to do like that. So you can't, sometimes when you injecting SQL you do not have permission in the directory, but you sometimes you have to, you have permission in other directory. So if you want to jump onto the directories, you have to go back like that. Okay, so now you see the present working directory. I am in Ricky home folder. The thing is, you can inject the code into certain directory. You need to understand the all directory structure and the wherever the server running. If you know the Windows, if you think that that is running on SQL, you must understand that the where is that actually running the folder. You need to try that in the different ways. Okay, first try that to go the directory. If it executes, so it's something, if you see anything in the directory you can go there. So like that you can inject SQL commands. If you want to expose any directory structure. Okay, that's another thing. cd you can use that. And then I will explain that copy file. If you want to, oh sorry, first I want to display, if I want to edit the file first. Okay, I want to edit the test.txt file. So if I want to do that, you can use editors, nano, and in this one I am using nano. Yeah, if you want you can use gedit, vim, vi editor. So you can use whatever you like. Okay, if I want to do that, test.txt. okay, this is my first text file. Yeah, just I'm doing just Control O to save it, then Control X to exit. Okay, so this is we edited, we added the information. If you want to open that, if you are familiar with that one, go to your folder and go to your test, wherever my file is a text.txt. Open with your mouse pad, you can edit that also. Okay, this line added from mouse pad. Okay, then Control S to save it. All you can do whatever. I hope you know that how to use this, everything basic, but I'm explaining again. So we edited it. We want to display is cat test dot text. So cat command will display what's in that file. Okay, so display the contents of the file, and also you can display you can use grep, but we will go through that later. Okay, then next copy the file. I want to copy this test.txt into cp. Copy is cp. Okay, copy test.txt. okay, we are going test.txt file into, we are moving that file into our test directory. Okay, so we are going to test. Yeah, we got test directory here. Okay, so we move that file into test directory. If you see that here, ls minus you see that test.txt here, and also it is in our test directory also. Okay, so that's I'm saying that copy will just create another file, but it won't move that file. To move that completely, that file from that this location to, yeah, move, move, move that file test.txt into our one folder which is we created. Okay, test and test, and we're going to, sorry, just a minute, I'm just checking where we are actually. Present working directory. Okay, sorry, we are in present test directory. Okay, I'm moving this one into test. Yes, and one directory. So move completely removes that file from that current location and shift into the new location. Okay, if you go into that test and one, okay, ls, so it is in our one folder. So we moved that file from that location to that location into new location. So that is why I'm telling. And if you want to jump into the our home folder, so I don't want to use our cd hash dot hash dot. So another one is cd tilde. Tilde will take you wherever the user home folder. Okay, current, it will take you wherever the user's home folder, cd tilde. Okay, so this is this will come, the command will help you in the next one. Okay, then if you want to display all your files in a time whenever this change, okay, ls minus lt is t is time change. Okay, so this will gives you the latest one is on top here, and the old ones on basic, old ones on bottom. But if you want to reverse, ls minus ltr, so you see that these old ones on top and new ones on bottom, so that is reverse display. Okay, this is only the some basic commands. Okay, next we will do that to change some of the history. So I want to show history. History will help you to find out, once you get into the system you will find if an administrator or any command they used. Okay, if you create that history, there is lots of commands I used them. Okay, you will see the lot of commands, those commands with the numbers. Okay, if you want to run that number, if you want to run that command, sometimes you can go back like this. But if that command is on top somewhere here, how would you run it? I want to run cd basics. Okay, if I want to run cd basics, I don't want to go from 242, that one. So what I will do, I will check the number, cd basics is 199. Okay, so what I will do, come here. Okay, I will put the tilde, and I will put the tilde and the, okay, tilde and number is cd basics. So the, sorry, mkdir basics, we put the 200 number, wrong number, so it made the that one. Okay, so that is why I'm saying that. So if you do those commands, if you do yourself familiar with the history, how to run the just numbers, so you can go back once you enter into the system some commands what the administrator ran to find out those commands and what command they used previously, so you can use those commands to exploit easily. And next thing is I'm going to show df. Okay, df will give you the size of your directories in some readable format. Okay, so available space, how much percentage is used, and from this all the location mounted and root location. Okay, and df minus h will give you proper readable format in gigabytes. Okay, so you can see that. And also if you want to see any, there is a lot of commands. You can see that df minus capital T, and they will give you a lot of things about the about the blocks, what is the blocks is used, and everything. Df minus D, if you want to use so many commands, there is, if you sorry, I missed the command. This one it should be there, df minus D. We will check help. Okay, may enter anything wrong. Df minus D. Oh sorry, maybe I thought it's a B. Sorry, block size and everything. Okay, please familiar with those commands and you will do easily. Okay, and also change more ownership of the files. If you go here, ls minus L, so if you see this test.txt is ownership is Ricky. Okay, so how can you tell that he has rewrite this is the owner of the file and this is the group ownership. Okay, I want to change this ownership, give it to the root, so you can do that, ch own ownership, and then you can give that file. So if you check the help here, it will give you the all the options. So recursive will give you all the folders and directories if it is any single folder. Okay, but if you want to just silently, if you don't want to do anything, just give that change ownership, owner and group name or whatever it is. Okay, change owner Ricky. Okay, so that's the way you can give that change ownership also. Okay, please familiar with those commands. So sorry, I put the wrong one here. OWN change owner and new user is root, and what file we want to give, capital test dot text. Okay, so ownership, you see that changing ownership of test dot text operate not permitted. So why I am not permitted, we'll check ls minus L test dot text. So we have the group ownership, so maybe it will work as sudo chon ownership root, yeah, to test dot text. Okay, so I'm giving, so it's changed now. So that file is not is owned by the, I have root privileges, that's why it is not done. So if you see that the owner is root, but it's still with a group of Ricky. Okay, so that is why you can change the ownership of root but not group ownership. If you want to change group also, you can change group chgrp. Okay, so you can change group ownership, that one. Okay, change group. Yeah, so we will do that, Ricky and the root and test dot text. Okay, again sorry, it's a sudo. Okay, so now you can see that it changed the ownership, user and group also. So this way you can change ownership and group thing, and you know that these are the ones. Okay, these are permissions, what permission the user has on that file actually. So if you see that this text file, we will play with this one now. Okay, small test dot text. Okay, this Ricky has read write but he can't execute it. So what is the execute it? If I want to do that, yeah, test dot text permission denied, so I do not have executive permissions in the test dot text. Okay, so what we, how can we change? It's a change mode. Okay, chmod change mode, and we are giving executive permissions to the user. Okay, so we're going to give executive permission. We are adding user with the permissions. Okay, these permissions, if you want user is you, yeah, so u equal what permissions you want, x on test dot txt. Okay, so we added executive permissions to that user. Okay, ls minus l. So if you see that this file has only executive permissions, so why is it executed? We do not enter any write and read permissions there, so that is why it is only executive permission. If you do that, test dot text, so sorry, what is edit is test dot text executive permissions. So we will check why it is. The thing is the group do not have permission, so we will do that now again. Okay, chmod user group equal wrx and test dot text. Okay, so we give the user group read write execute permission ls minus l. Okay, so you see that we got read write executive, sorry, that not that file, we can, okay, user and group both has read write executive permission, but other have only those permissions, so we didn't give others. If you want to give others, you can give the others also using same one. Otherwise you can use another one also. This is like number system 7 6. I hope you guys understand. There is a change mode permission. You can use 7 6. 6 is read, 7 is executive permissions, so you need to familiar with those also. Okay, and like if you want to do, everybody has the same permission, like executive read permission 777 and test dot text txt. So everybody get all the permissions ls minus l. Okay, you see that everybody got read write executive permissions on test dot text. Okay, so that's the way we will do that. Okay, so now everybody can exit that file. If you want to see something, now test dot text, so this is test file, we are writing it, yeah, just for display. Okay, control O, enter, control X. Okay, if you want to execute that, test dot text, so this is home folder and we can do that test.text in a current location. So line 1, this command not found. Okay, so we put some commands in line, so that is why it is not displaying properly. It's a text file. Yes, I am not writing any shell, that's why it's doing that. Okay, so if you want to write any shell commands, just put extension shell, then you execute in current location, and this is the file you need to look into. Dot, I mentioned that dot is current location, and look for this file in this directory. Okay, that's the one we will need to remember, the dots. If you see somewhere in a commands, sometimes if they put dot means, okay, look for the current directory. If this file exists, run this thing. Okay, that's another thing. If you want to run, if you want to copy from this server to the another system, like another server or like that, is SCP, secure copy. Yeah, so you can put source here, so source and destination. Okay, so you must familiar with this command. At the moment I do not have any other server, so that's why I'm not demonstrating that file, that one. And I explain the df, and then one is du. Okay, du, what du will do, you can see that here. Okay, this is summary disk usage, set of files recursively, directories and everything. Okay, so you must familiar with this du, and if you see that du minus o or null, du minus a bytes b total. Okay, so it will give you the location of, okay, you see that every file, each permissions, and it will tell you at the end. Okay, so I do not want everything, so I'm going to put home and Ricky. So in the Ricky folder, it has total size, how much is the total size in bytes. Okay, we didn't put any gigabytes like that, so you must familiar with what it will, how it will be useful. If you search du into current location, if you see all the files are same size, and if you find any file with a less size or more size or recent change times, so you can find that file and execute that file. Okay, in that way du will use more that ways. Okay, and whatever the more commands we will use, and more commands we can use is tail. Sorry, tail. If I put the tail, yeah, -3. Okay, if okay, before we go into tails, I will put some redirection. How we do redirection? Redirection means you taking the output of someone and putting into some locations and some file. Okay, redirecting, not like echo, echo, and this is redirection to file. Okay, so I'm redirection that to our test.text. Okay, so sorry, I do not have permission, we will do small one. Okay, okay, we redirected that one into test.text. So if I display the test.text, this is redirection to file. Do you remember previously we had different text, so it override that complete all the data which is in that test.text file. Okay, so I want to append, I want to put the next line after that, whatever exists in that, I want to put end of that file. Okay, so if you want to do that, echo, this is redirection to the file after first line. Okay, so if I want to do that, you need to, sorry, double arrows. So I'm did that, and test.text. So you see that, so this is redirecting to that one. Okay, so we are redirecting using the greater than, less, greater than symbols. First single greater than is overwrite whatever in that file. This one will put the end of that file. Okay, if you want to put the next line also, this is redirection file to third line. Okay, so you can do that again, display that, you see the 3 lines here. Okay, so this is the case, you can redirect that one. Okay, so here next one is pipe. This is first one is just redirecting output into that one. So pipe will execute first command and take that whatever you want, like ls pipe, I want just I don't want everything. Okay, we want ls, sometimes screen goes away, so you need to do the ls minus l, yeah, a. Okay, so pipe less. Okay, so you see that everything is not done, so still some files exist. You see that when I press enter, one, now another one. If you want to come on another next page, space. So this is the end file. So you are stopping that command, yeah, so you are stopping that command to execute another command. Okay, so you are getting, you got lot of output, but you already putting ls to get that output into your less command. The another thing I will explain, that ls minus l and pipe that I want to display only 3 lines, first 3 are first 3. Minus 3 means it takes the files. Okay, so that is why if I see ls minus l, you will see that all the files from the directory. But if I put the minus 3, that takes files from last 3. Okay, so you need to find out how can you familiar put the whichever file you want to find from first file, last file, and if I put a 3, sorry for reading, sorry I put something if I okay here if I pick 192.168.0.1, I'm pinging, so I do not want display these things. Okay, I want to get some information from this command. Okay, if you want to separate the IP address from this command, so how would you separate it from all the output? It got 64 bytes from 192.168.0.1. Okay, so if you want to do that, ping, yeah, I don't want to ping continuously, just I want to put only one ping. Then I want to do grep, whatever we do. If you want to ping once, what it will give? It will give you only that direct. Only I want to look into this one. Okay, this is the output we got. So we got a lot of information. We don't want everything here. So we want to only whatever we got 64 bytes, which is successful ping. If you don't try any successful ping, so you won't see 64 bytes of data there. You see that? You won't see 64 bytes there. So we want to see that. So from that grep, yeah, sorry, you need to display the data. Sorry, 64 bytes. So if you are pinging all network, which one is success, which one is not, how would you find? If you get 64 bytes, this is a success ping and this is not successful ping. Okay, so you need to separate those things from your pings. If you are pinging, if you are scanning some network, all network 192.168, some 0 network, so how would you separate? So this is the way you can get that whatever you're doing here. So here 64 bytes. Okay, if you are, so this is not successful ping, so you won't see any 64 bytes here. Okay, so if you see that it's successful ping, which is our gateway, so you will see this is the only file we will get it. So you won't see any other jumbles thing here. So you don't see this line and you don't see this line and other line, this line. You got only this line, but we are separated that like that. So whatever the data you want, whichever the words you want to separate those contents from that, whatever the execute, if you execute lots of output, you don't want everything, yes, so just take that one. Okay, that's the way you can do that. And also next thing, I just basic I'm explaining. I will explain more in after we will write some basic script how to separate all the IP addresses from that thing. Then you can find the file if you want to find some files. Okay, find, yeah, this is a find files, and if you want to find name, okay, so sorry, if you want to search any folder, you can search that also. If you want to search, okay, we got what we got here, ls, sorry, okay, we got folder test. Inside test, we will check what we have inside test ls. We got another test. Okay, we will say test2.txt. We'll create these files now. Touch, sorry, bad.txt. Okay, so we created some files and then we're going to test again. Okay, and ls whatever we got nothing here. Okay, we will create some more files here. Touch, name dot text, post dot text. Okay, some more files. Okay, we are coming back. Okay, cd double dot. So current, we are in current working directory. The working directory is our home folder. So what we want find name file. Okay, so which folder we want to find it in our capital test folder, test folder name. Okay, our name is, then we will find name. Okay, dot text xt. So it will check, so it will give you the location of that file. Okay, where it is. Find, if I want to find, okay, maybe you guys are a little bit confused here why I created everything here. So if I want, maybe you know that is a password file. Okay, if I find that password file in a test folder, you won't find. But if I find that, if I remove that, yeah, you don't find in the current location also. So you can mention, you can, if you want to find everything in that location, so put that one. So you will see that all the location is looking it, but I do not have permission to search all those locations. What is, I put it into root directory, that is why I do not have permission to look into that. So if you want to go to certain location like logs or anything, like if I put the var log, okay, so if you see the log, then there is also, I do not have permission. So that is my account, I am not running as a sudo. If we run that as a sudo, it will find something there. Okay, if is any files x is there, so there is no files even. So it trying to look into that, it's no files, so that's why is not displayed anything. If I put that into etc password file, you will see that etc, here is a password file, here is a password file, here is a password file. It will give you all the location wherever the password file exists. So if you want find certain files, you can find it easily. Okay, that's another thing I'm going to explain that. And next is grep. I explained previously is a grep, I explained that. Okay, we had some file, which one is cat test.txt. Yes, so this is the file we got, this is the redirection to the file. Okay, and I will put some more data into that one now. Echo something. Okay, okay, and you will put okay. Okay, now if you display that cat test dot text, you see that it displays all the. If I want to display something about grep, yeah, and I want to display the word 2, okay, whatever the contents 2 from the test dot text, you see that only the small 2 is came here. Okay, the whatever the lines we added later, we do not have 2 in this line, but we have 2. This one is capital 2. So if I want to change that, so capital 2, you will get only that line. So if you want to ignore that case sensitive, just put cap NSI, sorry, excuse me, so all the lines will display. So you must familiar with this grep also. Okay, there is a lot of commands in the basic, but these are main commands you need to familiar with. Okay, then I just want to just cover some about the basic about of AWK basic. This will help you a lot into your scripting and in ethical hacking. Okay, so I'm just creating one file with using the our sorry basic text editor. So I'm using Sublime text editor. No, I'll use mousepad. Okay, so where is mousepad? Sorry, maybe I do not have mousepad here. So we'll create some one file here now. No. Okay, I don't need any file. I'll get the file now. Okay, so I want to display content of my password file. Maybe this will help you a lot in your uh, future ethical hacking. How would we separate the passwords? How would we separate the usernames from that one? Okay, if I want to display the shadow file, okay, sudo shadow file will contains all user passwords and everything. Okay, if I etc cat etc shadow. Okay, so you see that you got everything in it, all the password, username, root passwords and other commands and other username, key and passwords. Okay, if you want to separate those things, if you want to display those things, yeah, like if you I want to separate key username here and password, so I want to separate this first. Okay, so awk, yes, so if I want to separate that, minus capital F, yeah, so you must familiar with these commands uh, carefully, and when you are doing that, very careful. And the separator we am displaying is the semicolon, and then the comma, sorry, it's a backtick, I think, uh, print. Okay, so what you will get now, so it is not separated, so I'm not mentioned in whatever I want to print. So we're going to where we want. Okay, we want etc, yeah, passwd. Maybe I do not have permission, so I'm going to use sudo now. Okay, so sorry, you see that it is only take that password file and it is separated. Okay, so this is not good for you. You can't read anything here. Yes, so if I want to put like print $1, so you'll see that all the usernames before, once I separated that one, yeah, I can do the all the roots, all the I separated with this one, and this number 1 is first, this first uh, first column in that one after separation. If I want to display first and second, you can put comma, sorry, you can put, we got x, so what is actual file is this one, or where we got this x from. So just a minute, we are checking that. If you take this one, x, okay, that's right, somewhere is x come from. Okay, that's right, yeah, actually I forgot that I'm using password file. Okay, so in a password file, second one is x. Okay, so if we use this shadow one, yes, sorry, I confused completely, guys. Shadow sh here. Okay, you see that it's separated Ricky and it separated second part. So you got only two parts. This way you can separated usernames and you can separated the passwords. So using separate this password, like if you want to separate those passwords and awk and only display the second part now. Okay, we don't want any first one, so if you display only second one, you will get only second one, and redirect that into any test.txt file. Yeah, if you test.txt file, yeah, we created that one, it is redirected. Now cat using test.text, so you got only the passwords. Okay, so using this password you can crack with the, you can inject, you can put that file into your crack, John the Ripper or any other things. So you can separate these all, you can delete all this data and just check that one, and you can do that also. So if you want to take this only line also, you can separate that one. So using nr equal to line number, so you can take out that line and redirect into other file and put that file into John the Ripper. So you can crack all those passwords in that way. If you get into any system, get those files and crack it in, they separate those usernames, passwords, and you can crack it, or you can use that into brute force attacking also. That is why I'm explaining these commands only, the arc, how can we separate and everything from the file and those things. Okay, now we got done arc. So I'm telling a little bit about the variables. Okay, I'm clearing the screens now. Variables. Okay, how can I this? Okay, this equal, I want to put that command is underneath ls. Okay, so I am putting ls command into this variable. If I want to display echo, what echo will do actually displays whatever we put it there. Yeah, is displays that echo this. So what it will display, it is ls. So if I do this, yeah, so it will run that command. So we are putting those commands into variable. So why I am doing this, you can run straight away, you can ask the question. The thing is, when you are escalating user privileges, you do not have permission to run the ls command, but you can put those commands into the one script file, then you can run those things. So that is why I'm explaining how can you do this one, like in changing environment variables also, like path. Okay, if I give you the path, yeah, so when you enter the command, the path will look into these locations, whatever the locations is displayed here. If I do ls, it will look into the home user Ricky bin and this bin and user bin folder. If you go into this full location, you will see the user bin, there is all the command files you will see there. So that is one thing. So these commands, they will give you the, they won't give permission, but you can put that into variables and you can run those variables and you can execute those commands to escalate user things. Okay, that is why I'm explaining, but don't be confused, I will explain when we doing those videos. Okay, please follow these videos, you will I promise you will become very professional. Then okay, these only basic commands I just explained. Okay, we will do some sorry, basic script. Okay, like IP, I just explained that ping one. So if I want to ping all network 192.168, if I want to do 0 dot network, so how can you do that? So I can't type ping everything, yes. So what we will do, we will write basic script to do that. Okay, okay, now I'm just clearing the screen. Oh, sorry, clear the screen. So we will write some basic script. I'm creating one file touch, yeah, ping dot sh or ping network. Okay, I created that, but I need to give this executive permissions to this file. Okay, chmod, I'm giving plus executive permissions. I'm adding the adding the permission executive permissions to that ping.sh. So if you do that, ping.sh is nothing. Okay, so we will do that everything step by step. How we going to do that? Okay, the first thing I'm going to use the Sublime text editor to do that here. So here, when you write in the bash script, please don't forget this. This is hash, this is bang. These both together called shebang or hashing. Okay, then you have to mention where is this bash command will sitting. Okay, bash. Okay, bin bash. Okay, sorry, this one is, we're saving this one as ping underscore network dot sh. Save. We are sitting in my current location. Yes, save. Yes, replace. Okay, so that's done. We will removing this part now. Okay, hash this one. Okay, this will look into the environment. This is like an environment variable. Whenever a script starts, it starts in this location, so you won't get any errors or something. Okay, first thing we want to do ping. Yeah, if you want to ping, just put ping minus c and whatever the IP address. Yes, 192.168.0.1. so if you want to ping that, so save it and run that one. So you will do that ping. So ping invalid argument. What we will done here is no ping 1. So we have to type count how many times we want to ping. So I didn't put that one. So I forgot. Sorry about that. Then that you got all that data, but we want to get only IP address whichever is response. So we don't want all this data into our file. We want to make this output and transfer that into one file. So in the future we can use that file into scan network nmap. How can we can use that file into nmap or brute force attacking, or certain you want to do in whatever you want to. Okay, so that's the thing we want to execute now. Okay, the first thing what we have to get the IP address. I hope you guys more familiar with step by step and everything. So what we will do, sorry over this. Okay, now we want to get IP address. What we is in read. So what will this will do? This will read output from whatever you will give the IP address. So sorry, forget. Sorry, here please enter network address DDRESS. Okay, here. So we are putting that one into variable is net. Okay, sorry, capital. Okay, and if net address is blank, yeah, if net address is blank, then what do you want to do? Yeah, echo please enter network address. Okay, Okay, here it is okay, here is please enter network address. Okay, so thus we want to display if is not explain if is not network address. Okay, then what we want to do, so if his network address is there, else if his network address is there, so we want to do our next stuff. Okay, else uh, then we will start looping. We want to go through each IP address. So if okay, sorry, wrong one. Okay, here for IP address, whatever the network address, we will enter network is certain bits. Okay, if we I'm doing basic one, I'm not going to every class, I'm just doing basic class of 192.168.0 class only. This is C class only I'm doing. If you want to do more classes, this is more complicated script. Okay, so I'm not going that much at the moment. Okay, okay, we are creating host. For host in, it is we are range giving 1 2 2 2 5 4. Okay, so what do you want to do then? In that range you have to do whatever we want to do. What we want to do is we want to ping one ping only. Okay, we want to do not. Okay, one ping, and we will do okay net dot our host IP address host. Okay, net dot host. Okay, thus we want to do at the moment. So done, then 5. So you will see that if sorry I forgot this one here, dollar. Okay, this is a variable. What we are doing, the information will display like this. First please enter network address. So that address, whatever the address you enter, it will take into the net variable. Okay, if net variable is blank, then echo please enter network address. Okay, you can put that here also. Sorry, I put the wrong one here. Okay, then echo that one. Okay, so this we will run. What we will get from this one at the moment? Control S. Okay, I'm saving this one now. If we run that one, so please enter network address. We are entering 192.168.0. So I'm not entering that next bit. The next bit will go from this one. It takes value from 1 to 254. 1 2 3 3 254. Okay, do once it will do from this range, take the host address ping -it network address dot host. Okay, so if I enter that one, sorry, 0, enter. So this is that name or service not known, not known, not known, host. Okay, so why we that we are not put this variable, that's why we are getting that one. Okay, sorry guys, my mistake guys here. So that is why it's done. Okay, you got so many things. Okay, if I do that again 192.168.0, so you see that it will go each IP address 192.168.0.2.3 everything. You will see that destination unreachable, destination, this is pinged. So we don't want this much output for us, so we need to change this one now. Okay, I'm killing this process now. Control Z is to kill that process if you do anything wrong. Okay, from this ping output I want to get something I want. So I explained that previously. I want only the successful pings. I don't want any unused pings. So AWK. Then I mentioned that we want to separate the word is 64 bytes. Okay, 64 bytes is the word we want to get. The successful ping only will get the 64 bytes, and we want print and dollar. Okay, I explained that here. You can see that where is the successful one? Here is the successful one. So I want to take this IP address only. If you take this one is comes as a number one, $1. This one is $2, and this one is $3, and this one is $4, and this one is $5, 6, 7. Okay, these are the columns. Okay, I want to, whatever the output comes with 64 bytes, I want to look into the row and take this address. So this is number 4, is a $4. So when I do that, okay, sorry guys, I put the wrong this one. Okay, okay, I'm explaining again. Okay, here it is. So from this output, I want here, whatever we got is a, okay, we will just change this one to displace everything. Okay, from that output, whatever the line we got is 64 bytes. From that lines, whatever got 64 bytes, I want to fourth row only. This is, if you go to the rows like 64 bytes from like that, I want to this fourth element from this line. This is 1, 2, 3, and 4th. I want that fourth element. So Control S. So we don't want any this rubbish, all these unsuccessfuls. Okay, so we will run that one now. So we will enter IP address again. Okay, so you see that only 0, 1 is success, nothing will comes after that, but we want to separate again this one. You see the, we got this again, so we want to remove that colon also. So I want to go to next step. So to remove that, I am using tear down. Okay, I am using tr and delete -d. Yeah, I am deleting the one. Okay, and that's the one we will do only. Okay, at the moment. So we will see what will happen now. Okay, and we will enter the IP address 192.168.0. Okay, so you see that it is deleted now. So now we are successfully done. Okay, now you see that this command only do, it is waiting for some next output it is going to take. So I want some quick, that is waiting for response. It is unsuccessful pings, it is waiting for response. So I don't want to do that. I want to run that command very quickly. I don't want to wait long time. So I want to do that. Control S again and symbol. This will terminate this session. It is now output. Okay. Control C. So if you do that, 192.168.0, you see that this is quick. So if it's not respond, it's gone very quickly. It's multiple times it entered the commands all the line. Okay, multiple hosts with executed. Yeah, so it is very quickly. I got this one. Then I redirect that one into my file. Like if I want to do that, execute into again our test.txt. Okay, so 192.168.0. okay, that's it. Cat test.text. You see that these are the IP addresses. So we will feed these IP addresses into nmap. So it will nmap will scan all this. So this is the way we will do that. If you want, you can customize this one, this script also. If you don't enter the IP address, what it will do? Okay, if I am not entering, it's not doing. So it's not doing permission. It is actually not doing whatever we want. Okay. So you can change that, or if you change the line, sorry, I put the extra space, that is why it is not doing that. Okay, if you save that one, Control S, sorry, cancel, save. Again guys, is something wrong I'm doing. Net equal to, oh sorry, it's a double equal is a double equal parameter. So it is not only, you must match it. It's exactly that one, otherwise it one is that one. Okay, if you do that, I don't want to enter that. No. Okay, sorry, I maybe miss again. So many mistakes. Sorry. Oh, where's my file gone? Open file is ping network. Sorry. Okay, file save. Okay guys, it's becoming very late. Some mistake I did here. What it is that this variable I didn't put in comma, so that is why it's doing that stupid thing. Okay. Sorry, my mistake. Is not actually when I'm doing that variable need to get it here, so maybe that's why it's not doing. No, still not that one. Okay, we need to correct this one. What is happening? If net equal that one, okay, then echo please enter network address as net, read else, then echo did I put space? Correct, it's no issues, no errors. Minus p read net, we did that. The variable comes here and is correct. So then echo please enter else. Okay, sorry guys, I put the extra space here before it's supposed to be not that one. So here it is. Please enter network address. If I don't enter again, please enter network address, and it is executing. So in that way you can do whatever you want here. Otherwise you can put it here echo, and you can customize script scanning scanning network, and you can put dollar net. Okay, so what it will do, if you do that, it will display that scanning network 192.168. It will tell you that. Okay, if you do the 192.168.0, okay, you see that scanning network 192.168.0. So you want to put colors for that line, you can do whatever you like. So this is the basic ping script we did, but if you want to more advanced, you need to do more things. Okay, that's it for this video. Oh sorry, I forgot to tell you another thing. Please, if you are want to familiar with those commands, if you want more things you want to do, learn more basic commands and everything, so this is a website I suggest you guys go there and practice yourself. It's over the wire. Okay, overthewire.com. Okay, this is the best website. You can practice your you can practice your commands and everything on the website. Okay, overthewire.org. Sorry, it's not .com. overthewire.org. Okay, so first finish this bandit. You can see the clear instructions: bandit, leviathan, then Narnia, then Behemoth, then. So if you go up to this drifter language and everything, guys, you will going to be good ethical hacker. You will familiar and you will get exactly whatever you want. Okay, but don't cheat here. I'm suggest if you want to connect to bandit. So this is the first thing, SSH information. So what you have to do, sshband.org using port. Okay, you know that how to use commands SSH, so you will get every information on this page. Okay, go level by level, don't cheat, don't